What's cracking, bros? This video is part 1 of my push-pull leg split. In this video, I'm not going to show you the exercise I do, but I am going to talk about progression. I'm going to talk about rest times and more. So this is basically an introduction to my split, and in the next 3 videos, I will explain each day separately. So check it out, guys. This split is made for intermediate and advanced lifters, so not for beginners. What do I consider a beginner? If you have not been lifting for at least a year seriously, and you know about progressive overload, you know about the basics of dieting, then I do not suggest you try this split out. This split also is 3 days on, 1 day off, so you will go to the gym 5-6 times a week, all right? And I suggest you do that because if you only go 3 times a week, you will not hit your body parts twice a week, which is the intention of this split, high frequency. Okay, so as I just said, the split is a push-pull leg split, which means the first day you're gonna have a push day, which is chest, shoulders, and triceps, pushing muscles. The second day, pulling muscles, back, rear delts, and traps, and biceps. And the third day, we're gonna hit legs, so quads, hams, and calves. And on the third day, we'll do abs as well. So each week your workout days will be a little different because if you do the math, you have 3 days on, then 1 day off, and then 3 days again. So that'll be 8 days. So each week, your days will kind of be different. You can change the order of the days if you wish to. So for example, if you want to put the deadlift on your back day instead of your leg day, you might want to do legs push-pull instead of push-pull legs, because otherwise you're gonna hit your legs twice in a row, all right, on your back day and then leg day the next day. Now, what is actually so great about a push-pull leg program? The reason I find it so good working is that all your pushing muscles and your pulling muscles work together, right? When you're doing the bench press, your chest, you will work your chest, but your shoulders will always be activated. Now, this means that when you put those muscles together, they will have equal rest time, all right? And each day will have equal rest time, meaning that you can hit your muscles more often in a week because you put those body parts together. Now, hitting your muscles more often is optimal for growth. It has been scientifically been proven, and most people already know that a bro split, so training everything once a week, is not optimal for natural athletes. How I set this program up, it's actually a power building program. So on each of the 3 days, you're gonna start off with a compound movement for which you're gonna do for 5 reps. After this compound movement, you're gonna move on to more bodybuilding style training. Getting stronger on those compound lifts in the 5 rep range will really aid towards your goals because you're getting stronger and you're gonna use that for your 8 to 12 rep range as well, which will make you grow, right? The hypertrophy. For the first movement, the compound lift, you can take 3 to 5 minutes rest. All right, and when you move on to the bodybuilding style training, it's 1.5 to 2 minutes rest. You want to take a longer rest when you're doing power exercises, obviously, because you want to be as strong as possible. So talk about training to failure on this program. I actually made a video a while back. You can check it out here about training to failure. It also applies to this program. But what I really suggest is when you're starting out with this program, do not go to failure at all on the first 2 to 4 weeks. You want to let your body get used to the frequency and the volume, right? And the intensity. So the first 2 to 4 weeks, you do not want to go to failure. You just want to let your body get used to it. And after that, I suggest going to failure on a couple of the last sets. And do not go to failure on your first movement, on the compound lift. You really want to create progressive overload, so you do not want to go to failure because that can hinder it. I recommend deloading every 6 to 10 to 12 weeks. It kind of depends on how old you are, what your experience level is, etc. But I suggest you do a deload when you feel like it, and often that's too late. So that's why I really recommend 6 to 10 weeks maximum, all right? And when doing a deload, you want to use about 60% of the weights you normally use and do about 60% of the volume, so cut the sets a little bit. And this will do well, this will keep your strength up and will recover properly. So the progression is as follows. For the compound lifts, I always schedule 3 to 5 sets of 5 reps, all right? And then, for example, if you can only do 3 sets with 225 for 5 reps, then that's your starting point. If you do not go to failure, all right? I suggest you start out with about 80% of your 1 rep max and do 3 sets of 5 with that. Now, that next week, you still want to do 225, but you want to do 4 sets of 5. The week after that, 5 sets of 5. Then bump up the weight with 5 pounds, so go 230. Then do three sets of 5 again. Week after that, 4 sets of 5, 5 sets of 5. Then go 335, 3 sets of 5, etc. All right. And again, this is for intermediate and advanced lifters. If you are not that advanced, then you can probably add more weight to it. But for us advanced guys, it's really hard to progress. And it may only seem like 1 rep a week, and that's nothing, but in a year, that'll be 52 reps. No 100 reps, because you're training everything twice a week. If you find that you cannot progress 3 weeks in a row, then I suggest you drop the weight by 10% and you build back up. If it's still not working, you probably have to take a deload, all right? Now, it's really important that you progress on the compound movements. All the movements after that, you want to try to progress a little bit, but it's not as important as the first exercise, all right? So really focus on progressing on that first exercise. On the other exercises, you want to add like 2.5 to 5 pounds again. But really on the isolation movements, I want you to focus on your muscle and contract them, okay? But I'm going to talk about that in the next videos. I got 3 videos coming, guys. 1 for push, 1 for pull, and 1 for legs. So check it out. They'll be coming soon. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, post them below. I can always make a separate video by answering questions, right? So no problem. And be on the lookout for my next videos, guys. Please subscribe, comment below, and like the video. Peace out.